California Democrats stepping in to protect President Biden during his visit to the Golden State. House Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi holding onto the president's hand as they walk around the San Francisco tarmac. And Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass saved him from the press.
Win re-election.
He's going to win re-election anyway.
David Webb is a Fox News contributor, and David joins us now. It seems like his surrogates got the message. Keep Joe from himself and don't let him get away with a gaffe. What say you, David?
Well, I mean, at least they didn't have the Secret Service agent between Pelosi and Biden holding both their hands so neither one of them trips. I wonder who was really propping the other up. Notice something that Karen Bass said there. He's going to win anyway. So they said he's going to have a great State of the Union. But in case it doesn't work out, he's going to win anyway. But, guys, we really got to start these segments when you have this much coverage, these many points, because Biden hit all the points. We've got to start earlier. Look, he hit climate change. He's in California or Calanutty, however you want to see it, on climate change. He talked to Karen Bass. They didn't go down to Skid Row in L.A., which has been around for over 100 years and is multiples bigger now, bigger than 54 city blocks. They didn't go to all the other areas of San Francisco. They went to Pacific Heights, where friends of mine have sold their houses and left, but yet the residents are left with the poop on the streets, the needles. Their kids can't go to school safely. He didn't go to the border. He could probably find some of his son's CEFC. I'm just kidding. Employees down there coming across illegally. But he hits all the points when he goes there, and he even goes after Trump. He tries to equate Republican senators with racists in his comment about, well, since 1972, I've worked with senators, and I worked with real racists like Strom Thurmond, forgetting to separate the two in his remarks. That Strom Thurmond was, oh, what is it again? Southern Dixie Democrat, if you want to put it in full terms, or a Democrat in any term. This is part of the propping up, that they want to pretend that Biden is ready to go, but he's not going to Oakland. He's not going across the bridge so he can go see what's going on in Oakland, California, where black people are suffering, whereas Latinos are suffering, where anyone of any ethnicity, whites, doesn't matter, Asians, big population in the West Coast and San Francisco and around, they're suffering.
Yeah, and could you imagine if somebody grabbed former President Trump's hand and held his hand along the tarmac and then answered a question for him? That would never happen. So really quickly, Dave, before we let you go, so Fox and Friends can start. The latest Quinnipiac poll shows 64% of voters say they do not think that the president has the mental fitness to serve. There's also a physical fitness that's about the same number. About 20 seconds to you. I'm sure that image on the tarmac won't help his case.
Look, everybody's got eyes. Hopefully your vision is good. See for yourself. We have a man who is addled clearly, who is incompetent in many ways, and frankly lies to the American people in every which way just to get ahead.
Yeah, and they're hoping that the State of the Union address will be a restart, but then Robert Hur is going to be testifying publicly a few days later. So we'll see how that news cycle plays out. Thanks, David. Fox and Friends starts right now.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.